Woohoo! He brought the music back. What everyone was excited about. Alright, we're gonna buy a fleet carrier today. If you're watching on the YouTube VOD replay, look for chapters. I'll be adding those later tonight. But just know that this is going out as an unedited live stream, and I'm going to be learning as I go. Say thanks to our friends, of course, Toyful9191, 50 months of continuing subscription. Are you as impressed as I am? Probably not, but I'm impressed, and that's the point. Okay, so like I said, today we're gonna be buying a fleet carrier. Why do I want a fleet carrier? I want a fleet carrier for deep space exploration. But I probably won't be doing deep space exploration for a while. We'll probably stay within 2,000 light years of the bubble for a month or two. Because there's still some upgrades that I can't afford. So let's talk about money. Where's my cursor? There should be it. So is this? There we go. So currently I have 6 billion credits. And made half of that. No, I made about a third of that doing exobiology. Maybe a third of it doing regular trade, buy here, sell there, not trade missions, just. And then about a third of it, which was really a good kickstart for me, when the Distant Horizons was prepping. You could buy stuff. Basically, it was trade. You'd buy stuff from NPC station vendors and then take it to the squadron character? I don't know. But the Distant Horizons ship and sell the stuff there for like 10 times markup. So I made about 3 billion doing that, roughly. Probably about 3 billion. And if I had really understood the opportunity that it was, I probably would have gone and doubled that, maybe even 10 million. But it was so boring. So yeah, it's like when I check Inara daily to see if there's a good trade route and if there's something that's over 45 million per cycle, per round trip trade. And it's not too far, and it's just not too annoying an excursion or too much of a time sink. Then yeah, it's like, let's do that. That's easy money. But you can only do it so long before you're just like, oh, it's boring, so boring. So I got the money. 6 million. The carrier's going to cost 5 million. Upgrades are going to cost maybe another $500 million. I'm sorry, I said million. The carrier's going to cost 6 billion. And then the upgrades are probably going to cost another $500 million, maybe not quite that much. There is a calculator. Damn it, I should have brought that up ahead of time. I can find that most Ricky tick. That's not it. That's not it. No. Yeah, I think this. Nope. There we go. Calculator. We're going to put that on the screen. All right. Full screen? Sure, full screen. This is pilotstradenetwork.com/tools/carrier-calculator. And it lets you know what you're going to be spending, both on your purchase and your weekly upkeep. And it will also project your monthly and annual upkeep as well as calculate costs for jumps. All right, so we're going to buy the fleet carrier, not a squadron carrier. That's $5 billion. Like I got a little. Anyway, 25 billion, and I don't even know anything about that. But I don't need a squadron carrier. Just contentious. All right, so to buy it, it's going to be $5 billion. What else do we want? Well, there's some of these I'm not sure, like the refuel, and I think that's actually here. Yeah, refuel. This service allows all commanders to refuel their ship when docked at your carrier. Now, does that mean if I don't get it, I can refuel, but no one else can? I don't think it does, because there are some down here. Yeah, shipyard. But if you buy the shipyard upgrade, this service allows all commanders to store and purchase ships while docked at your carrier. Don't have character. Note, the carrier owner is able to store ships on their carrier without purchasing the service. So, this disclaimer, or addendum, or whatever you want to call it, is not present here. Well, I'm going to assume that means that if I want to refuel with my ships, I personally want to refuel from the fleet carrier, then I need this service on my fleet carrier. Same with repair crews. Well, nope, doesn't have the disclaimer. So if I want to repair my ships at the fleet carrier, I'll need this. Armory. I mean, I'll have. Anyway, I could probably get away without getting the repair crews, but for convenience, I think it'll mostly be worth it, and the cost will be worth it. Armory allows commanders to refill ammo and purchase limpets, so that's a nice convenience. I shouldn't be needing a lot of ammo, but even like heat sinks are ammo, so I believe they fall in that general category. Maybe it's, yeah, I think so. Redemption Office allows you to redeem bounty vouchers. I'm not going to need that out in the black. The only reason I can see to get this is if you're going to stay in the bubble and you want other people to have a convenient, use your carrier as a convenient place to redeem their bounty vouchers, and then you get a little taste of it. But that's not my ambition, and we'll take a look at the cost on it. If it's cheap enough, maybe I'll get it. Shipyard allows you to store ships, and I believe it's 4 small, 4 medium, and 8 large. For the fleet carrier, let's see. Note carrier owner. Yeah. Outfitting. So this one, don't need outfitting to do your own ships, only if other people want to access it. So with these two, there's a temptation to not get them. We're going to look at the costs. I'm probably going to get them. Secure warehouse, if you're engaging in black market purchases and sales, then that's what this is. Universal cartographics, if we're going to be exploring, it's not as good as exobiology monetarily, but it's still good, Concourse bar, I don't see the purpose of getting this if you're going to be out in the black. If you are you're working on buying and upgrading your Odyssey equipment, then Concourse bar could be good for trading materials. Live without it either way. And there's anywhere you can get a mission, there's going to be a concourse bar. So I don't know if your fleet carrier will give you an option to get Odyssey missions. That could be interesting. I don't know the answer to that. Vista Genomics. Gotta have Vista Genomics. That's the whole point. Take the carrier with you so you don't have to go back to the bubble to get cashed out on your exobiology. Pioneer Supply. Again, if you're going to be out in the black, there isn't going to be any Odyssey content. So why do you need to buy, sell, upgrade, restock consumables? Not really necessary. So when we look at what we want to buy, we want the refueling. We want that online. Suspended, I don't know exactly how this works, but if you have something installed but you don't want to pay the weekly upkeep on it, you can set it to suspended, and that halves weekly upkeep. So if you are out in the black and you're not going to be playing for a few weeks, maybe save some millions by going to suspended. That's probably, or if you're just going to run out of money, you can't get back to the bubble. Yeah, so we got that. So we want repair. We want armory. Do we want armory? I forgot. I think we want armory. Armory, yeah, limpets and ammo, and it's mostly going to be limpets. So is it really worth $1.5 million? Probably not. But one first footfall, 3 samples, exobiology, going to pay for that 3 times over, roughly. Don't make me do math. Redemption office, we're not going to be in the bubble that much, so I'm not going to get it. It costs 1.8 per, well, it costs 150 million. It costs 1.8. Yes, I am looking at that right. 150 million and 1.8 per week. So I can live without that. Could also get it done suspended. No, I'm not going to do that. Shipyard. Do I want other people to be able to use the shipyard on my carrier? I don't think so. It costs $250 million and $6.5 million per week. Sorry, guys, no hitchhikers. Outfitting, again, outfitting is for, you get it automatically. Let's double check. Outfitting, note the carrier is able to store modules and modify, carrier owner is able to store modules and modify their ship's outfitting without purchasing this service. So I don't know if you have to pre-purchase and store the modules that you're going to be using in outfitting, or if you just have a magical outfitter that has stuff that you can buy. I don't know how that works. Secure warehouse, don't need that. These two are tempting. Very expensive. Also very expensive. So yeah, we can live without those. I'm curious how much this is. Fairly expensive, and we won't be doing much of that. All right, universal cartographics, got to have it. So it's a bit of a pinch, but it's not as bad as the other ones. 150 million purchase, 1.85 million per week. Concourse bar, again, don't really see the point if you're out in the black, or really even in the bubble. It's a minor convenience, I suppose. That would be 200 million to have it? I guess maybe if you wanted to role play, it would be worth it. That to me. And then 1.75 million per week. We don't need that. Vista Genomics, got it. It's like practically the whole point. Most of the point. And it's only 150 million compared to these other ones that aren't going to make us nearly as much money. This is just going to be bread and butter. And then 1.5 million per week. Pioneer supplies, don't need it. So I suppose the benefit here would just be, well, I thought if it's cheap enough, I'll get it, because every Thursday, I think it's Thursday, Pioneer Supplies is restocked, and there's a chance that you'll get a pre-upgraded, possibly with a mod on it, suit, weapon, and so, just to play that slot machine might be worth it. But at $250 million and $5 million a week, I'm not in the position where that would be worth it to me. But I kind of suspect that if you're staying where people do make a lot of purchases, then you might get a taste from there. You might get a carrier tax on all purchases that go through the Vista Genomics in your carrier. I don't know if that's how it works or not. All right, so this is telling me total buy price is going to be just shy of $5.5 billion, which is about what I calculated. If I remember right, it was using this calculator that I calculated that. And then it's going to cost me almost $13 million per week. But again, one planet with the cheapest exobiology times 3 is, well, almost going to cover that, because let me see, it'd be 5 million. So yeah, that'd be 15 million for first footfalls. So if we stay active for a little while, we should be able to build up a buffer, as well as pay way more than this is going to cost us. But we're definitely going to have to be active in the game for a few weeks, get some exobiology, get something to pay for that. And then I don't know how much fuel we get with this when we buy a fleet carrier. Let's find out. We can turn that off. Okay, so currently 6 billion, 6.009. Don't sell me short. And we're at Jacoby platform. The point is, just in order to waste some more time here, the direction I wanted to go for my next leg of exploration is out here in Vale West, or really down from Vale West. So we're going to go back out towards this Prue Dry, which is 1,500 light years. So that's going to be 3 jumps. And I think that's going to take 3 days. I can't... well, we'll figure it out. But I know that it's going to take 3 jumps. Go that distance. If you know, sometimes there isn't a system where you need it, so you can jump a little short. Let's buy a carrier. How long did this take? Let's see. Wow, only 16.5 minutes. Contacts. Oh, my point was 17 minutes. My point was, since I'm going that way, I wanted the system closest in that direction that sells carriers. There's one that was closer, but the local authority vessels were attacking me, so I was just like, I don't need this. So I went to the second closest, which is here in Lanzac at Jacoby platform. All right, contacts. We are looking for the carrier vendor, fleet carrier vendor. Presumably, there's also a squadron carrier vendor. But oh yeah, here he is, squadron carrier vendor. Why is it grayed out? Why is it grayed out? Anyone know? That'd be a good reason to leave a comment. Tell me how dumb I am. Ignorant, I think, appropriate word. All right, there are different styles, but I think you've got to pay for those with arcs, and I'm not here for that yet. Anyway, you can see we got a jump range of 500 light years. Is the squadron carrier the same jump range? I'd like to know that myself. So, landing pad sizes, we get 4 small, 4 medium, and 8 large. I don't know how many ships you can keep in your, I can't think of the word for it, in your hold. Oh, that was it. Shipyard. Don't know how many you can keep in your shipyard. Alright, so let's buy this thing. Watch now as the billions drift away. Oh, we need a name. I didn't think about a name. I probably can't change it later, or I have to come back here somewhere. I gotta go somewhere to change it. So what do we want for a fleet carrier name? Probably just go with my name. A Interstellar would be fun. No one would get it, but... Hey, mister! Just getting ready to spend 5 billion credits. Any suggestions on a carrier name? I'm just thinking T-Ray TV, but as I just mentioned, A Interstellar might be fun, which is Japanese for Red Ray. What's 5 billion among friends? Yeah, it's they're I can't remember the name of this company. But Elite Dangerous and I, we're friends. Fleet carrier. SS Tube-tastic. I've heard worse. I've definitely heard worse. So, oh geez, I'm just gonna go with, will it let me do underscores? It won't let me do underscores. Will it let me do dashes? It will let me do dashes. That's my name, so will it let me use my name? I can't change this. I'm gonna be, I wonder if this is like a, there's a hexadecimal, but B and W and X and L. So that'd be like the 35 character alphabet. I wonder if that's how many of these have actually been sold. Or if these are just random numbers. Seems loud. Oh yeah. Oh, I'm missing it. Missing it.
Outstanding, Commander. On behalf of the Brewer Corporation, may we offer our sincerest congratulations. You are now the proud owner of the Drake-class carrier.
Your carrier is ready for service. Further details have been delivered to your inbox. Location, Lanzac. Oh, cool. I don't have to leave this system. Oh, it's here. I don't know which one's mine. I also moved a bunch of ships here so I could... I'm going to assume they're here. Great class, Saratoga. None of these appears to be me. I thought it said there were 5. There's clearly more than 5 here. Well, I should be the last on the list, right? No. There's another Saratoga. A little vague. Frontier, that's the name of the company that owns Elite Dangerous. Hope they at least top off the I am hoping that too, because fuel is going to be a little expensive, I think. I don't appear to be in this list. Let me try these. These look like the same ones. But we exit out, and we go back in again. I was gonna say, oh yeah, I didn't see your comment about Japan. Yeah, I was gonna ask you when that's coming up, but less than 2 weeks now. Just over a week, I'm guessing. Bon voyage. I'm a little jealous. I'm a lot jealous. Don't see me there. This. How do I get rid of this? Is this all the... And Zach. Yeah, that's... Verify. Your new carrier. Congratulations, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, don't remind me how much I paid. Lanzac. That's where we are. Lanzac. Damn, it's already 9:15. I'm not going to get anything done tonight. That's not what I need. I need this. It's not going to be here, I don't think. Nope. Maybe this will do the trick. A new backpack came in today. Doubles as a carry-on. Clamshell luggage. Engine in my car exploded. Oh. Irony. Yeah. How did that happen? Was I not paying attention and it named my carrier something different? Okay, so this is all the carriers in the system. Oh, geez, what was mine? Was like VW. That's not it. No, no, no. 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 Alright, what are my call letters again? And it doesn't say here. Well, this is infuriating. Maybe I need to log out and back in again. Do that. Sometimes this game. What's my... Well... Nothing when you got it, and everything when you ain't. Be putting socks on. Thought it was going to tell me new message. Alright, just in the list here. Why is this one grayed out? Okay, well, it shows the commander, and I guess if all else fails, I can go through and find mine by commander name. What did I name it again? I named it me. Maybe it didn't accept my name. Then it should just be fleet carrier. Am I blind? That has been the problem in the past. I was hoping the shop would figure it out today. New one cost, I guess I wonder. Is it worth fixing at that point? Going through looking at commander names now. Name Commander Wiener? Look at, yeah. Oh, what did I do? I think I took a screenshot. That ain't it. That ain't it. Commander Site. Really? That's real name? Borog. 137. Hello? You're on the air? I kind of need to. So, give him a broken computer, now I'm going to give him a broken phone? Yeah. I don't know. Come back in here. Already own. Do I actually have to exit the game? Let's try that. That won't be time consuming at all. I'm not even sure what's going to be on the screen. Ooh. All my hopes and dreams. Fire it up. This should only take a long time. Caspian Explorer is on sale right now. I think you can buy it in-game for credits as well. I haven't tested. It's gonna work. Oh, thirsty. In the last 2 weeks, I had a ton of vehicles. The only ones that come close to what I have, I want are. Yeah, that sounds about right. Cloudy with a chance of nebula. Social to appear. Don't really need to, but can't connect to Frontier server. What is going on? I don't need to spend that much on a vehicle anyway. Yeah. Fine, willing. Are we still connected? What? Is it okay? Well, now it's. I'm not frustrated. Be a great time to put socks on. Ooh, oh. I know. I'm a bad guy. I should have put the whole stream on hold for a long conversation about something that we're not going to resolve tonight. I'm just a bad person. Let's try again. What did I name it? I named it me, so that should just like stand out. Maybe if we look at the galaxy map, there'll be an icon. No, it shows that it's here. This icon means that it's here. Do I need to leave the station? T-Ray, that's not what I wanted. If a T-Ray leaves the station, I should have changed vehicles in a hauler. Go eastbound and down. Oh, and the computer, the reason this phone I don't know if you could even hear what she was saying, but the reason that this phone conversation just came up is the computer that I was streaming on, is that a year ago or a little 18 months ago? Won't load into Windows now. Letting Mark use it, oldest child, since I got this one up and running. Oh, the dolphin. So long, and thanks for all the fish. But yeah, now it's just saying hit delete or F2 to your BIOS. Won't go past that screen, doesn't respond to the board commands. It may be well and truly toasted. Need to find some sort of Windows device, Windows installer medium to see if we can load into that. Say, at least docs are visually better than Star Citizens. I don't know. I'm gonna hold F to go down a little bit so we're not in anyone's way that's coming out of the mail slot. All right, now let's see. Message to confirm that a total of 5 billion credits has been deducted from your balance as part of this investment. Our crew agency partner, Pathfinder Solutions, have been notified your carrier crew will be in place shortly. RTFM. It wasn't unplug and plug in, it was RTFM. Ready for the maiden voyage from the Lanzac system. So I'll probably get another email once it is available. But I don't know how long that is likely to be.
Access granted. Set down on landing pad 39er.
So there may be much thumb twiddling in the meantime. I am. You're okay. Like, why isn't auto docking taking over? Gotta look through here. All right. Well, anyone expecting an exciting maiden voyage? Ori. And I gotta leave in 20 minutes, so any hopes I had of getting a lot done. Weird that you buy it and someone already stole that. Well, I guess that's better than Afro Man. No crime committed and they still confiscated his cash. I'm pretty sure, yeah. I don't know how that's legal. I mean, if there was any evidence of a crime that money could be tied to, sure, seize it. But Complete false alarm. There's no cause to confiscate that money.
Landing successful. Dispatching ground crew.
I think I decided to land before I finished. I don't remember. I blame Jacoby. I don't think I have any fun ships here. Steve, Prospector. Maybe I should take the Prospector out and find some fuel for the carrier. Yawn. Seen a few things about that guy being arrested and people being mad about his music videos. Upon momentary investigation, I found his music to be offensive noise. I'm only familiar with his like big hit song, Then I Got High. You know, it's hard to go to a party or a club, or at least it was 20 years ago, without hearing that. I do not side with the cops on this. I mean, it's just like, okay, someone, imagine anyone says, yo, Teufel has bricks and bricks of heroin or cocaine in his house. Cops go to the judge, says, I guess this is a good source. Okay, here's a warrant. Go search the house. They find nothing but pound cake and $5,000 in a safe, which he gave them via the phone, if I remember correctly, the combination too. And so cops come to your house. They're looking for drugs. They don't find any drugs, but they say, you know, there's cash here, and drug deals have cash involved in them, so we're going to take all your cash. And they're out the door. Is that right? When I started going to college out here, the ripe old, how old he? 30-something? Just to meet people, I joined a fraternity, and so we would go to one of the local clubs sometime. I was just trying to be social. Not that good at it. I got a little experience. I met people I liked, met people I didn't like. This thing's never gonna show up. But, you know, there was music involved and drinks. I wish I could say I met girls out. Nothing really fruitful. Am I too impatient? Is it here yet? Is it here yet? Is it here yet? Well, I thought I was going to have some good content for Twitch and YouTube, but this turns out to be a complete dog. That's how I learned Garth Brooks. Friends in Low Places. That's another one that commonly played in the clubs. Luckily, that was all before Big and Rich. I don't know how many times I could have stood to listen to Save a Horse, Ride a Cowboy. And then that Buck Cherry song, Crazy Bitch. Working at the casino, I got tired of people putting that on the jukebox, blaring through my wall. Actually, several walls. There was one door and several walls. All right. If it's any more boring, I'm going to have to turn it into an ASMR video.
Random. Nice. Do your kids use profanity in front of you?
Not often. How old is Mark? Mark is 20. Mark will throw an F-bomb every now and then. But it's more like for emphasis than just unstoppable potty mouth. Like when I finished training in Air Force, I couldn't finish a sentence without profanity. It was pretty bad. I think, is it Hamburger Hill? Guy talking about why he doesn't swear, and he's after he finished his training, he went home and had dinner with his family and mom and everything, and he just at one point casually says, "Pass the fucking salt," and catches the sadness in his mom's eye, and kind of resolved himself then and there to end it again. Now I just ruined the whole movie. Sorry. Speaking of ruining movies, I saw a clip for Malibu's Most Wanted recently, and I typed in a comment about how the movie is underrated, and it's really interesting that in its examination, well, not really examination, but you know how his character, what his character's identity is, how he sees himself, how he identifies, you know, the things that made him who he is. You know, you kind of think, oh, he's just a poser, but it's not quite that simple, because it's really, well, he hasn't lived the harsh socioeconomic, violent environment. Everything he knows about the world and his connection to it is seen through this frame, so it kind of is his real identity rather than just a mask he wears. I don't know. I gotta see the movie again. When is this thing gonna show up? Might go to work early just to put myself out of my misery. I gotta leave in 10 minutes anyway. Shall we put on some shoes? Notice even in this system, we got the hostile warning for power play. I should have never joined power play. The whole point was I wanted prismatic shields for some ships, but not others. I think for ships that you're not going to fight with, that you're going to be trying to avoid fighting with, having the higher shield health with slower recharge is more beneficial. It takes them longer to get through your shields, more chance for you to escape, to absorb more damage in your shield before taking actual damage on your ship. In the cargo scoop here, it won't let me. Well, exciting times. Turn the light on. Yeah. Maybe if we're lucky. Show up before I leave and have at least another chapter mark. Oh, what was I think there was. I want to say it was in Fallout 76. Available right now. The birthday cake's available right now. Shop. But other than that, I can't. Oh well. Must not be that. It's the Minerva sale. He's like, content creators get the message that, oh, Minerva's coming in a week. So they put out their video. Can't be last, gotta be first. Put out their video, Minerva's coming on these dates. And it's just like, that's at least 4 days away. Times more. By the time that date rolls around, you've completely forgotten. And no one's doing videos on it because everyone's already done videos on it. I think I just need to make Nuka Nights my homepage. Is it here yet? We knew it wasn't. What else is in this system? Ooh. I could have brought my crate Phantom over here and done a little pirate hunting. That might have been exciting. How much time do we have? I don't think it'll be here in time. Oops. I summon it now. See, I didn't summon it earlier because it's like, why would I want to take my crate Phantom on a deep space exploration? And it's going to take 13 minutes to get here. So, pointless. Yep. And if I fly to where the crate Phantom is, then I could maybe get 2 minutes of battle in. I don't know. Hardly seems worth it. So that's about as far as I've been previously. Actually, pretty sure I went into here. Why I stopped booking. But that was back before exobiology and all. So this time I'm going to go this direction. Up the arm. I might even be tempted to jump across over to this other arm. I don't know how difficult that would be. I'm sure it could be done. But even going to here is going to be 3 jumps. So going to here would be like 5 or 8 jumps. I don't know if we went in a straight line. Here yet? Let's ask Google. Be dangerous. How long does it take for a fleet carrier to show up after you pay for it? Once you pay for a fleet carrier, it shows up and becomes available for you to manage immediately. There is no delay or waiting period for the carrier to be delivered. It is available in the Carrier Management tab, and you can instantly manage your crew store. Where is this Carrier Management tab? I think the Carrier Management tab is on. You have to be on the carrier to see that. Yeah, I didn't think it would be here. Not here. I don't see it here. Have lasers? Carrier management. Have I wasted all this time for nothing? Carrier balance 0. Upkeep 5 million. I need to put 20 million in immediately, right? Capacity. What is this here? Summary, current location, navigation. I have half a tank of gas. I didn't pay for those, so various commander access. Let's go with that. These, although, if I had a bounty office, or I guess for factions. No, we don't want to do that. Okay, well, apparently it exists. Despite all lack of evidence to the contrary. Does it just not show my carrier? Actually, having something with some shield might be beneficial if local authorities start shooting at me. Alright, take a look outside. I don't... This is... I need to get on dictionary.com and see if there's an antonym for procrastinator. Oh, no cuts. No cuts. No butts, no coconuts. Why don't I have... Let's try leaving the system and coming back. Although I would think if that were gonna work, then logging out and back in again would work.
Frameshift drive charging.
Time check. Oh, it's time to go. I don't even have time for this.
You are clear of the station. Flight control.
3, 2, 1, engage.
Yes, yes, we're going very fast. We're all very impressed. Kind of interesting the way Elite Dangerous is so much of your time. Whatever.
Frameshift drive charging.
Throttle up. And Zach. What is that? Does it mean something when you spell it backwards?
1, engage.
Can't be sock time without you. No, when you're on a yacht, you don't wear socks. You crazy? I'll roast it right here. And then...
Fuel scooping. Fuel scooping complete.
Guess we didn't jump very far. Yeah, mine doesn't show up here. Why doesn't mine show up? And then when we look at the system map, there should be like a yellow marker, I would think. So we've got the yellow marker where my ships are in this station. And it has the owner name here in the of the distance. Magrathea! But I don't see me. Oops. I wasn't pointed at the sun. Well, it's time to go. And I am just lost. And if we go here, we can go to management. But I don't know how to set a course to it. It's just gonna... Here we are again. Doesn't help. Too mad to log out and go to work. Yeah, am I notorious? Is that why I can't find it? Is it okay? One more Google search. How do I find my carrier when I'm in the same system? You find your carrier. Again, I don't have any character. Check your left-hand navigation panel. Make sure fleet carriers are filtered on. Look for the unique icon on the system map, or check the galaxy map for your navigation panel. Open the left-hand navigation panel. Number 1 key. Oops. Here. I hate when I do that. There we go. Your character will be listed there. Ensure fleet carriers is enabled in your filtering. That's all that's enabled. Did I mention I hate when I do that? And none of these are mine. Although I am antisocial. I'm not antisocial, I'm just non-social. I think we've covered that before. Now this one looks suspicious, like, why is it grayed out? Probably because someone hasn't paid for their... I'm not Dribuck. Maybe I should verify my username, avatar name. Ah, darn it. Why does this one have a blue? Ever go in public without socks except 10 minutes on the beach? Yeah, you don't want to overdo it. And it's not in contact. It's a mystery. Let's verify my username. T-Ray TV. That's just what I thought it was. Alright, well, I can't put up with this anymore. I gotta go to work. I'm gonna be late as it is. So appreciate you guys being here. It's always more fun when you're here. So until next time, be well. And if I don't see you before Japan, sayonara, be well, and have fun. Try not to cause an international incident. Bye, everybody.